Hello and welcome to the Foodie. It's a special show because we've got Sachin Tendulkar on the Foodie. Yes, he's going to eat with us, chat with us, and cooking for him is Boria Mazumdar, who's written a brand new book on food. So let's go and meet Sachin and Boria. Sachin Tendulkar is with us. Sachin, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, pleasure.
Boria, are you nervous?
Yeah, this is not cricket or academics, this is food, man. And then he's a champion foodie.
I can see it on his face.
See? He's nervous. He's a little nervous. I am sweating also, but that is because I think the food has been smelling really nice and I've been dying to eat.
It is.
But Sachin, I believe, and Boria tells me, that you're a big foodie. You're fond of food.
It shows on me.
It doesn't show on you. It shows on me. It doesn't show on you.
No, I enjoy food, and luckily, you know, I like all cuisines, and it doesn't matter whether it's Japanese, Chinese, Thai, or Malaysian. I eat everything.
Japanese food being a specific soft corner?
Off late, I can say, in the last few years, I've really enjoyed sashimi and sushi. I think it's been fantastic.
But Sachin, you're a Maharashtrian, okay? Maharashtrian food has such first variety, and there are so many parts of Maharashtra that produce such good food. Especially, say, Gaudaswara Brahman food, Malwani food. Do you have a...
But I enjoy that as well. I mean, it's just that, you know, from the age of 13, 14, I started traveling. And it was a wonderful exposure at that age. And from, at that stage, I lived in dormitories and all that. I traveled with Star Cricket Club. And under 19 team would spend a month abroad, especially in England actually. And in dormitory, sometimes, you know, initially it was a little difficult to get used to cold chicken, but that cold chicken concept was not there. And then one had to get used to that. And after that, I started enjoying. I'm not a huge fan of cold chicken though. But from there on, you know, I started trying out different things, and you just got to have open mind. Which is what I had.
So Boria's book, the first chapter talks about how he was in Oxford. And the food that he ate made him cry over there because he couldn't bear the food.
Horrible. I mean, you know, see, this summer, I was at their apartment for a number of days to do work. And Sachin and Anjali would lay out 8-9 dishes, and I was actually, I mean, didn't tell them ever. I would look forward that today is at least my food day and not eat the continental bland food in Oxford. So I would escape to their place in London and have food. So.
But say, as a 14-year-old, when you start traveling, okay, you're going away from home. 14 is a very young age, you know. And the one thing that makes you feel homesick is food. Did you ever feel homesick about Gharcha Jevan, as they call it?
Yes, there are times when you feel that way. But no, I was so excited to play cricket that, you know, food wasn't the priority. Actually, it was all about playing cricket and enjoying the tour. But yes, I mean, past cricketing hours when one had to go out, after a while, you don't want to, you want to get back to Indian food and all those things. But the most boring thing is if you're staying in a hotel for 10 days, you see the same breakfast laid in those particular spots, and it gets onto you sometimes.
Right. The same food all the time. And although London is a place where you have many more varieties available now, no?
And he's got specific restaurants in London which he loves. I mean,
which is your favorite restaurant? First in London, tell me.
I think I've always enjoyed Nobu Japanese, but now the new one, I think Novikov is really.
It's very nice.
I think it's really
the
nice.
Asian side or the Italian side?
I tried out both.
Yeah, which one did you
tried out? I liked Japanese more. I tried Japanese food there, which was really delicious.
You're only talking about eating. He's actually cooked for Anjali. Ask him that.
Do you cook?
I used to cook.
Really?
Used to cook.
What did you cook? What did you used to cook?
I can make prawn masala, bangan bharta, fish curry and all those things.
This man's got many more talents than we know. What can we say?
I've managed to do that. You know, earlier, you know, one got a little more time, less commitment. So, you know, you could. I also find it's relaxing sometimes. You know, just to cook and all that.
It is.
So I do it.
Talking about cooking, we tested Borea's skills behind the cooking station. Okay, so we're all set to cook. Borea, what are we going to bake first?
Let's do biryani, which
Okay.
is something that, you know, I myself love. I'm sure Sachin loves it. Several of the Indian cricketers do. Coming from Kolkata, you know, biryani is one dish.
No, so this is a Kolkata biryani.
That's what I was about to come to. I don't think this is Kolkata biryani because I think this is a mishmash of everything. I don't think there is one particular biryani in the world actually. I mean, the Hyderabad, the Lucknow, the Kolkata one. I've read a lot about biryani. I mean, sort of being a foodie myself, a bit of a fan myself. So what I've learned and I've sort of pushed as my biryani.
Okay.
Whether or not it's biryani, I don't know.
Lovely.
But it's a combination of chicken and rice. Let's put it that way.
I love it.
But we'll try it.
We'll try it. Okay, come on. It's in your book, right?
It's in my book. It's in my book. You, I'll put a bit of ghee. I'm told by a number of our producers of the show and my friends that you love ghee and butter.
Thoda sa डालते हैं यार, thoda sa. So we've got a little bit of oil. We've got some
a little
chopped
bit of
onion.
oil. We've got chopped onions. We've got ghee. What I'll do is, I'll make the chicken.
Okay.
And then, you know, like in Kolkata, we sprinkle sort of eggs on top, and we have fried chilies and fried onions, etc. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do
great.
that. It tastes quite good whenever I've made it. I don't know, for your show it might not, but
Of course it
hopefully
will taste. Why
So,
shouldn't it taste good? It will taste good.
for the viewers, the whole point of this book and the point of this exercise, in real time you can do it in 35 minutes.
Oh,
So the whole point is you can still get the flavor of food. Maybe I'll not be able to do it like a chef, but you'll still get a biryani which is edible, which is nice, which is good tasting.
look, I'll tell you something. Already the onions, the fragrance and the aromas coming out of these frying onions is just really nice. If you fry them right, this biryani is going to turn out perfect.
So there I put in my garlic. There I put in a little bit.
Ginger, you need?
I will need ginger. You've just got to saute it for about 30 seconds to a minute. I'll do the tomatoes now. Now I'll put in a little bit of my powders.
Okay, what is this? This is garam masala. No, what is this?
This is the jeera.
Okay.
I'll put in a little bit of the coriander. You give me the garam masala if it's there.
There is garam masala here.
There is there.
Red chili powder, haldi.
Yeah, give it to me as well. You want it spicy? You want it
Medium.
medium? Okay. A little bit of the green chilies, huh? Just. This masala is ready.
Okay.
And here's when I will add my chicken.
Okay, now what have you done to the chicken?
I've marinated it with yogurt. I've marinated it with a little bit of the powder, the jeera and a little bit of salt.
Okay.
So I'm going to add this now.
Minutes more for this chicken to be ready. There's no water in it, only the masalas of the chicken. Because it's boneless, it's going to cook really fast. So let's just have a little patience. 10 minutes.
So there you go. There it is. I'm going to add the rice. You get the thing sauteed for about 1 minute, which is maximum what you need. You add a little bit of the garam masala on top. There it is, done job.
Superb.
Once I'm through with the garam masala, I've mixed it with the thing. I'm going to take it off.
It smells really nice. I bet this is going to taste very nice, but we won't know till later on. So here we are. Borea's biryani is ready. 35 minutes.
That's it.
Fantastic. Okay, so the biryani is ready. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve after this. Coming up, Voria's first ever recipe. Colorful, vibrant, juicy and deliciously mouth-watering chicken. On the other side of this break. Okay, so the biryani is done now, Boria. What's the plan?
You know, I don't eat red meat myself, so I'll make chicken, but you can do it with mutton as well.
Okay.
The whole idea is, again, you got to cook it in 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay, great.
Chicken
what are you
dish,
cooking?
I'll do a very basic chicken,
Okay.
which is basically what I started with.
So your first dish
My
ever?
first dish ever.
First dish ever?
My first dish ever.
Okay, so this is a moment one must remember.
It's very unconventional in the sense you actually put in the onions and the chicken and everything together.
Oh,
So the oil is done, finish. So you put in the onion. There it is. Now people generally would have to simmer this and all that.
correct.
I won't do that. I'll
putting
just
the
put in the
chicken in.
chicken.
Now this is the same chicken that we use for the biryani, which
Yeah,
is
it's
marinated in curd.
It's marinated in yogurt
And
and a little
masala.
bit of masala. That's all. This simmer in low heat. Because the whole point is, Kunal, why did I put in together? Because I'm saving time. Because it's boneless chicken and I'm doing it in low heat. I want the juice and the smell to come through. Okay, now that it's slightly done, I'm going to add my tomatoes. The water that will come from the tomatoes will automatically serve as the water a little bit, okay?
I will help cook.
So it will help the cooking.
Now the only masala that's gone in yet is in the marinade. We've not
Yeah,
added
I have
any masala
not added anything, and I'm not going to add much masala in it at all.
yet. Okay.
I'm going to make it very simple, but it will taste pretty decent again. So there it is. I've added this. Now it has to simmer. There I'm now going to add my little garlic paste and my little ginger. The garlic, little bit of garlic, and I'm going to add a little bit of ginger. Very little, that's it. Put in a little bit of chilies and
I think green chili is a great
green
idea.
chili is a good
It's
idea.
lovely flavor, that's right.
So this is the aroma that you'll get with the green chilies, the red chili powder. That's it. And I'll put in a little bit of the turmeric just for the color. Just a dash, that's all.
Okay.
That's it. It's all done. The only thing now left is the salt. But the salt I will add towards the very end.
Okay. So all the ingredients seem to have gone in. This is looking wonderful, nice and colorful. A little more water in it and then another 10 minutes to cook it. So coriander, lots of it.
Now comes the water. Okay, done. The water is there and the final dash of salt.
So here we are.
It's done. Now we've got to cover it. We've got to cover it for about 5 minutes
Okay.
and it will get done. So the total time, partner, is 15
15
minutes.
minutes. Okay, these two dishes are looking fantastic, but we've got to have this tasted to prove that they are great, okay?
Now comes the examination.
The examination, and joining us for the examination is General Manager of the ITC Grand Central, Mr. Kuldeep Bharti. Hello, sir.
How are you doing?
Wonderful.
Listen, you've tasted the best chefs in the world, so even if I don't pass, don't embarrass him and me in front of your viewers.
No, the food looks really
Thank you, thank you.
tasty.
What is the moment of reckoning? Come on, please help yourself.
First, a little bit of this. Kunal, moment of reckoning.
Fingers are crossed.
Man,
It's really fabulous.
He's a hard taskmaster, man. He's saying, no.
It's really fabulous. Wow, you can be a nice chef. Really.
Congratulations,
Really nice
congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
A little bit
The
of this.
biryani is really awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. 90 out of 100.
Wow, man. That's graduating
Not bad.
with
Not bad.
distinction.
Not bad. Great.
Wonderful.
Thank you for tasting and thank you for letting us cook at this wonderful hotel. Yeah.
You're always welcome.
Thank you. Now that the food is tested, it's time to go straight to Sachin Tendulkar and get him to taste some of this food. Come on. If I asked you, say, in India, okay, because I love Indian food. I know I like Asian food as well. Indian food, best cuisine.
I think nothing compares to my mother's food. I think it's the ultimate.
Yeah.
And the fish curry recipe and the prawn bhaji, as we call it, Maharashtrians, that varan.
Varan bhat.
Yeah, I mean those things you can't compare that to anything else. That it has its special spot for me.
Special spot. But there is something over here that we can compare it to at the moment because Borea has slaved in the sun all morning to cook up this meal.
So at least you've ratified that. That
I've
it's not,
ratified.
it's not made by some hotel or whatever.
And
Right?
he's done it in front of my eyes, okay? And
You've shot me, so there's proof.
we shot him. We shot him cooking this food.
Yeah.
Coming up on the show, time to eat what Borea has cooked up. I think we should taste it and see whether it's as
I
good as
get
this
pass
book.
marks or not.
You get pass marks on it.
Done.
Yeah? Come, let's try some of this. This is a chicken biryani that he's made
But made it in 35 minutes.
in 35 minutes. It's his own recipe or a recipe that
It's
is
a mishmash.
mishmash from the places.
I mean, I have no recipe which is my
As
own.
long as it tastes good.
As long as it tastes good. That's it.
I tried a little bit, it tasted pretty good. And this is a chicken masala, the first recipe in the book and the first dish that he's ever made. Okay?
Excellent. I'm going to start with biryani.
Let me serve you some. Come on. And Borea says that you must eat a little egg with it
Because it's Kolkata biryani.
because it's a Kolkata biryani. Yeah?
Kolkata biryani also has potatoes, right?
Yeah, but I didn't see.
You caught him. You have caught him out.
I'm half Kolkatan. See, he's adopted Bengali, but I'm not adopted half whatever Maharashtrian.
Yeah. No, I'm impressed because Sachin, not only do you like to eat food, you know a hell of a lot
He
about food.
feeds, you know, last time he was in Kolkata, we had a meal which we started at 6:30 and we were talking. And the food that we tried several dishes. He actually knows. That's why when I was thinking who launches this book, it was not because he's my icon or my singular idol or anything. It's also because he's the greatest foodie I've come across. So that's why this is for him.
So finally, I can say there is something I have in common with Sachin Tendulkar. Nothing else. So only this and a little bit of chicken. Come on. Borea, will you try some?
I'll give you rather than me
I
trying.
also need to try some. Yeah.
And you know, off camera, I'll get Anjali to try as well because I
You must. You
almost coerced her into saying that she'll try my food. I know she'll not try on camera and say it's bad, but off camera I'll get her to try it.
She'll try it off camera and say it's bad. No, it's good. Okay. Chalo. So here's to Borea and
To many more Sachin hundreds. See the
Absolutely.
physique, the way
Absolutely.
the effort he's putting in, and to several more years of success.
I feel jealous when I see anybody's physique at this point of time. But this is a physique that I've sort of,
Foodie.
kamaya hua
You
hai.
can actually say that. Ask him. Pass
No,
marks.
very nice. I like it. Sachin, what do you think?
I think it has great flavor. I think the onions, the masala, also something which is really important to me is the moistness. It has to be moist.
A biryani has to be
So
moist.
it has that moistness.
And I'll tell you one thing. He's got the moistness without putting too much oil or ghee into it,
There's no ghee.
which is an achievement.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Just knowing when to stop cooking is important.
And a little bit of this chicken, which is, according to me, a very homemade sort of.
Everything's homemade.
According to me, being his first dish that you ever made, this is a very good chicken.
Can I please present him this book?
Please present up the book.
This is for you, and as you know, not only as my icon, but as a recipe that he should now again try, maybe one of them.
Fantastic, fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
All the
Thanks.
best.
Boream, congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Sachin, thank you very much for being
Pleasure,
with us on the
pleasure.
show.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
And keep up the physique for the next 4 months, given what's coming up.
Why 4 months? For a long, long time ahead. Yeah? Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Pleasure
yeah?
being here. Thank you.
Well, that brings us to the end of this special episode with Boream Mazumdar and Sachin Tendulkar. If you want to write to us at weekend@times.tv. Till the next time, it's bye.